was so wonderful drinks. Thank you very much for clicking this video. Lots of love and respect to yourself. You're a wonderful soul. See, today I was told some saying there, and I chose to share with you because I was told that for every step that is made, a print is left. No matter the size of the step, you see, there is always a print. It's why here we choose to spread love, peace, forgiveness, good vibes, honesty, generally all good vibes of humanity amongst one another, every day, step by step, because we believe those prints of love will never be erased in our lives. You see, good vibes, man, wonderful. So react together with me these videos every bit and leave your comment. Straight out of Africa, I'm a good vibes host Y311H with lots of love and good vibes. Let's dive in, man. Kindly watch till the end and hit the like button.
This is impossible on a globe. You are looking at Polaris Australis and you are looking at the southern hemisphere to the south. So this way is south, this way here is north, and this way to the right is west, this way is east. And now take a look what's going to happen when you're going to watch the night sky and look into the south. There is Polaris Australis here. You see this? The stars around Sigma Octantis are rotating for 15 degrees per hour, and also Polaris Australis is drifting to the west. Better to understand, here is Polaris Australis and is drifting to the west. Okay, the stars rotating around Sigma Octantis, and Sigma Octantis, the whole star pattern, is drifting to the west for 15 degrees per hour. This is impossible on the globe Earth Mars. And this is how it works. This is a side view from our realm, from our Earth. In the center there is the black hole, or the so-called creational hole. At the beginning there was the word, like in the Bible. So for the word you need a mouth, an opening, a fatia in the Quran. Out of this comes the vortex of creation. Inside this vortex of creation are the stars, the Milky Way, and the so-called planets or wandering stars. Everything is spiraling inside this. And everything inside this is three-dimensional, but it is projected as a two-dimensional plate in the northern hemisphere above us. And this star formation at the northern hemisphere with Polaris is mirrored everywhere else to the south. So at the southern hemisphere, when you look into the south, you got the anti-rotational star pattern of the northern hemisphere. It is mirrored as it's flipped upside down, but Sigma Octantis is Polaris. And like always true is in plain sight, this whole thing is working like this planet gear. And now you understand why Sigma Octantis or Polaris is drifting to the west for 15 degrees per hour. And the gap between those two rotations is where the Orion belt is visible for 9 months. And seeing the Orion belt for 9 months is impossible on the globe.
Oh man, these animals also understand gestures that they see us doing to one another. You see, it's always why we should do good vibes gestures. Much love to yourself for clicking. You see, there is some good vibes man from some place there invented a miracle, a wind turbine they have been hiding for over 138 years. What type of wind turbine is this? You see, now this looks like hidden physics or ways of making stuff, because this is a nice wind turbine. You see, it's working and it's just down. There's no need for putting it up. See, this could have saved people a lot of resources and space. And what do you think? You see, good vibes are things. You see, humans are just creative and miraculously just incredible. You see, oh yeah. You see, I really love these stories about wind turbines because I think it's some good way of producing electricity. You see, free energy, and it's reliable sometimes in all weathers. You see, because when there is rain, there is wind. When there is sun, sometimes also there is wind. So if we find some way of using wind energy, we can save a lot of power and maybe it can just be great. Or what do you think? Because if this looks like something you can make at home with just tools there, locally made tools, and a piece of wood, and you produce electricity like that, and it's good vibes. Oh, this is nice, man. Imagine if we had this information from the past, you see, and if it was true. You see, every homestead, even like from this side of the world, where people suffer from lack of electricity, people could be making stuff like this, and they could also be doing incredible stuff with the electricity. You see, this is so nice, man. This is why honesty is a good thing. That way people should not hide information from one another, and it will just be helpful to everybody. You see, or what do you think? One of the other things, kindly always hit the like button, watch it till the end, and from wherever you're watching from, leave some comment. You see, let us know if even in your life you have ever seen stuff like this, or maybe you don't even understand. You are seeing as if someone has just arranged pieces of metals in some funny way, and you're wondering how electricity is being harnessed. Well, let's see, because this good vibes guy here is here to illustrate for us. You see, because myself, I don't know what you even call this type of a wind turbine. Which type is this now? Huh? You see, I do not see anything rotating. Ha! Oh my god, this is crazy. How do you think it works, good people of Earth? You see? Can you understand? Oh, now this looks like the rotating stuff. Oh, this is the process now of mounting the wind turbine. And this is how it goes down. Oh, these guys are still making it here. Oh, and this one does not look like the ones we normally see. Oh, see the ones that they are normally made, they are big, and they have those propellers facing in front. Now this one is creepy and has pretty long propellers. And the wind this long. How does it work? Physics is very interesting, you see? Anyway, it's good vibes. This looks like the modern Albert Einstein, or what do you call those creative people that invented crazy theories in physics, you see? This is how it goes down, man. But they're big up to people like Josie, like at Aaron Hart, like Gina, DMC, like at Above Average Joe, at George Jr., all those people, man, and all those guys in the comment section, at Mad Mike there, yo, you all loved and respected. Good vibes all the way. We even have another good vibes guy there called at Ramasu. They're always telling us incredible stories there in the comment section. Have you guys seen that, what Ramasu is saying there? Do you think that is true, or we should check up on them? You see, always check up on your friends and those around you. So just you might just make sure everybody is okay. You see, there's no need you have to leave one people behind because they are not in order and you are not aligned in frequencies and vibration. You see, we should all just move as one. So if you see someone is going in some ways that you think are creepy, check up on them, spread love to them and good vibes, so that you see. And now this wind turbine is done, and this is how it looks like standing. Oh, this one is new. Oh, this one is really new. Or even if it's not new, it has been old. This is new information. You guys, did you know this? Why are people of Earth? You mean someone knew this from long ago and has not told us? You see, they could have really helped people that are in places where they cannot get electricity. Yeah. Oh, man. It's high time now people start to unite and be good, you see? Be forgiving and caring to one another. Because if you are all caring for one another as you care for yourself, we would have shared this information, you see? You guys, good people of us. You see, there are people in places where there is no electricity. Myself, I've been in a situation in my life for over 10 years surviving without electricity. And if people knew such stuff, people would have contributed, even village people, with the metals and stuff like this to build this one. You see? We could at least have had one place to charge people's phone instead of going 30 kilometers away to the shopping center. You see? And it could have really been helpful. Anyway, thanks to these guys that left this video for us to see. You see, it's because of this now that you have been able to see and understand some new way of wind production, of, you see, conversion of wind energy to electric energy. This is good vibes. Huh. And you can see the stuff rotating. It's rotating up there. How do you think it is attached to? Maybe something like an alternator down here that maybe converts this energy to something electrical? Or what do you think? Because this is some really interesting stuff. And it can work. But now the question is, how much power do you think this stuff can produce? You see? Assuming it does this the whole day, because even at night there is wind. You see, it's pretty much power, and it can be stored and do some crazy stuff and good vibes. Good vibes, it can be helpful in any ways. And this is the pattern of the wind and how this thing works. This is nice, man. Oh, this is incredible. This is very interesting. Wow, this is very nice, man. Oh, it uses some almost different principle from the other turbines. Good people over there watching there, electricians and people that know about stuff. Do you think this one is preferable to the other one, or which one is better? Because myself, I see this one, it rotates 180 degrees, while the other, breaks with this slightly. This is interesting. There is also a braking system. What? Oh, this man is wonderful. You see, this is and the wind turbine with rotating sails uses wind energy of 300 degrees from a full circle, while only at 60 degrees the sails break a little. Therefore, this rotor is about...
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women. The men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect. This is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
How the fish looking? Let me see. I found the fish. 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 We found fish. We found fish. We found fish. We found fish. Man, I'm thirsty. I'm drowning like Leonardo DiCaprio. Man, you just go watch me drown. Wait till you read the comments in this.
Stop. Don't move. Where my toy? Where my toy? I know you had it. Bad dog. You bad dog. Go to your room and don't you come out.
Get your butt off.
Hey, did you just try to bite me?
Yawning, nigga.
You try to bite me? It looked like you tried to bite me. Yeah, you lying. Hey.
Oh, what?
Did you break that?
I said no. You know it was you.
You broke it.
I'm not talking to you anymore. I love you, pretty kitty. And you don't have to say a word, because I can tell by that look on your face, girl, you love me too. We gonna have such a beautiful life together. We gonna have a little litter of babies. We gonna call them puppy kids.
You bring your fingers close together like this, but you don't let them touch. And you hold them there, and you look at the space between them, and you'll start to see a white line between them. And when you start to see that, pull apart, and you'll start to see it more. You see it, and more, and more. And that is how you could see your aura in person.
17th centuries old Bible. Hiya. Oh, back then they also had Bibles, 17th century. That is the 1700s. Oh. And this is how their Bible used to look like. Oh, some crazy Bible. Oh my god. Why would the people have to make metallic Bible? Oh, those people from the past must have been really peculiar. You see, even if they were full of good vibes. Imagine metallic Bibles and you are there in church, you perusing through the pages and you cut your hand. Ah, you cannot imagine this, man, you see. But it's just the good vibes humans. And then look at the pages. Oh my god. Hiya. What do you think they used to write on this one? Gold or some gold ink? What is this now? Why does it look like this? Why are they writing only on one page? Or do you think they had not been creative enough to write on both?
هقول لكم بالصعيدي بنسمي البصل الصغير ده بصجة. حد يعرف دي لهجة ايه؟ الشاطر يعرف لهجة انه مدينة.
This footage from the south-facing weather camera located in Kiana, Alaska, shows 3 different planets in one frame. One of them is actually a moon and the other 2 are larger planets. The moon is orbiting the planet that it is closest to. And then in the last few frames, it all disappears into the atmospheric chemicals. These images just came in this morning from one of the Colorado FAA cameras. At first glance, this looks like a normal sunrise, but we soon discover that this isn't the sun. The light source is passing in front of a huge, close, fast-rotating planet that we've seen many times in these videos. Notice that the manufactured light passes in front of this planet, while the real sun passes behind. This is how multiple daily eclipses are concealed from view. Of course, we could never actually see a celestial object like this behind the real sun 93 million miles away. Not with these FAA cameras. Since we see this planet every single day at the same time, we can assume it is in orbit around the Earth. In previous videos, we saw this planet eclipsing the moon as well, so this tells us it is very close to the Earth. And we know that this is not a lens flare of the sun for many reasons. The most obvious reason is its fast rotation. It makes one full rotation every 5 hours. Our sun only rotates once every 27 Earth days. Here is a video from Canada showing the manufactured light passing over top of another object. Now, some of you have seen this older footage from Canada where the real sun is eclipsed for 4 hours every single day by this object, every day of the year. And it is best viewed from this camera in Attawapiskat, Ontario in Canada. After the sun rises, it appears to shrink down to 1/5 its size as the landscape and sky suddenly darken in response to the shrinking sun. What's actually happening is that the real sun has now gone behind this mammoth object, as the manufactured light is now passing in front of this object for 4 hours every single day, while the real sun is eclipsed 4 hours a day, every day of the year. I've been watching this object for 4 years, and as you can see, the manufactured light illuminates what's behind it, making it possible for us to see this highly textured object, which is in a geosynchronous orbit around the Earth. Of course, we could never actually see something like this behind the real sun 93 million miles away. The light you are seeing that passes over top of this object every day is a manufactured light. If the FAA camera is pointing directly at the manufactured light, the center of the light generating equipment actually appears black and does cast a reflection upon water surfaces in many of these FAA images. This small manufactured light is relatively close to the Earth so that satellite imagery of the sun is not obstructed by it. It is synchronized to travel in front of the sun so that it cannot be seen as a separate light. So when you're looking at the sun, this is in front of the sun, actually very close to the Earth, but you cannot see it because of the glare.
What is this good vibes guy up to? So like he wants to make some art out of this reef, or let's see, or maybe resurrect the reef. What do you think this good vibes guy is up to? Let's watch him, man. I see humans are just full of good vibes and incredible stuff. Oh, does he want to paint the reef or what's up? Our good vibes guy here decided to paint the reef and bring it back to life. And return it back to the tree. Yeah. Wait, will it work normally? I really wonder how. This is what happens when you remove chlorophyll from a reef. I think my science teacher told me that chlorophyll is the green coloring stuff of the reef. Now when you remove it, it's like the reef is left transparent or... That's it, man.
According to the Bible, when two people have sex, these two become one. Now, when I first read that years ago, I just thought that was a spiritual analogy. Fast forward a few years and you find out something like this exists.
It came from my genetics doctor. She said to me that a woman's partner's DNA can be found in their system for up to decades.
Microchimerism. Every time a woman has sex with a man and he leaves behind a DNA sample, her body retains that sample for decades. And it even comes with certain possible health risk for the woman.
You could have a weakened immune system because your partner had a weak immune system.
Now we can come up with a whole list of the negative implications of this, but consider this one very common scenario. Typical attractive young woman gets a lot of attention, starts having sex in high school, and continues to find herself throughout her 20s. She hits the wall around 28, goes on a healing journey, and she finds God. Now she's 30, 31, she's healed. She's ready to settle down if you're ready to step up. So you step up and wife her up, start popping out kids. Now I don't think this part's actually been proven, but it stands to reason that if her DNA is commingled with the DNA of 50 other men, as a man, are those children ever fully your children?
Intrusive thoughts versus intuitive thoughts from spirit. How do you tell the difference? Easy. Any thought that is fear-based is an intrusive or egoic thought. Thoughts from spirit, intuitive flow, does not come from a place of fear. So if the thought is fear-based, it is not from spirit.
I need for you all to listen for a moment to the words of Mother Wisdom, Ruach, Holy Spirit. The world and the world's governments have some of the most intelligent astronomers. Those in the government that watch our solar system, the stars, the moon. Keep in mind that they are part of the enemy's camp to keep us deceived. In speaking about the solar eclipse that's coming, they know things that we don't know. What we know is what's been told to us in the scriptures and what the Ruach, Holy Spirit, reveals to us. Always watch what your enemy is doing. That gives you signs of what they're up to, what's about to come. And this eclipse is a sign. But do keep in mind that they are also trying to deceive you or trying to put catastrophic event on certain events, when in fact they could be causing greater catastrophic events. Hear me in the spirit and read between the holy lines. Never have I seen an eclipse coming, causing so many things to change and so many warnings to come out. You know, eclipses are a sign from the Most High. Like I said, they are a sign.